in some more breaking news, and again, this is in regard with Donald Trump imposing tariff on 14 countries, and we learn that the United States President Donald Trump has now announced sweeping tariffs on 14 countries. Now remember, this came as a late-night development, even as Trump said that he would be imposing tariff on only 12 countries. However, the letters that came in the intervals of 2. Now, Donald Trump, remember, has slapped a 25% tariff on South Korea, Japan, Malaysia with 30%, on South Africa, 36% on Thailand, and 40% on Vietnam and Laos. Now, the new trade measures will take effect from August 1st. The tariffs were outlined in official letters sent to the leaders of the countries and shared by Trump on his Truth Social platform. Now, these letters were a part of what he described as a wave of letters being issued to the United States trading partners. Abhishek continues to stay with me on the broadcast on that. Abhishek, now the Brazilian president has taken a strong stand against Donald Trump's move of imposing these additional tariffs, saying that the world does not need an emperor. How do you think the other countries are going to react to Donald Trump's, what we can say, measure where he is trying to impose tariff on different countries?
So no one is going to like this, and everyone is responding, in fact, with countermeasures. China was the one which really ratcheted up the ante. And we have seen that Donald Trump in the month of June announced twice that they have struck a deal with the Chinese. They have struck a deal with the Chinese, and nobody in the world knows what are the details or contours of the China-United States deal. The markets are confused. We are seeing American markets coming down. We are seeing only lateral moves happening around the world, in the main markets from Singapore to Mumbai to London, everywhere. So obviously, the global financial system is in a bit of a tizzy. And if this continues, if this uncertainty coming out of Donald Trump's, tariff tantrums continue, then it's not good for the overall global economic health. And the fact that he keeps moving the deadlines from July 9, it moved to August 1. So obviously, even the Americans realize that while the president is doing what he's doing, it becomes difficult for the rest of the team, led by the Trade Secretary Bessent, to carry negotiations in a hostile environment. So how long this would last, we don't know, because obviously only one person knows, that's Donald Trump. But so long as it lasts, it's causing a lot of uncertainty. It's causing a lot of confusion. And generally, it's not good for global economic scenario. And remember, for example, while the Americans have imposed duties, India has gone to the World Trade Organization also. So those options would be there, since you asked the question, for rest of the world also to really utilize the already existing international platforms and mechanisms to address disputes. And essentially what we are seeing is that these unilateral announcements are creating disputes which ultimately might land up somewhere like the WTO. And irrespective, it just continues to add a lot of uncertainty and confusion in the global economic scene, which is, if it's sustained, not good for the overall health of the world trading community, and not just community, but the global trade. So I think somebody has to take, they take the bull by the horns, and the Chinese in their way have done it. India has made it clear that we are not bound by their American deadlines. So would Lula do it in Brazil. And in fact, in the case of Brazil, since you asked, the whole issue of Trump taking a position on Bolsonaro is something which might sort of act as a red flag also. If you read these letters, some of which I did, sent by Donald Trump, they sort of have a hectoring tone. They sort of have a talking down tone, which is generally not good. I mean, look at the way, for example, the letter talks to the Japanese, and Japanese are allies. Japanese are friends. The Japanese, gave up their military just because the Americans were there to take care of them. And now if Donald Trump is negotiating with the Chinese in a manner that would compromise Japanese security, then they would, of course, respond and react.
Yes. Yeah, Abhishek, thank you very much for sharing those details with us. We will keep coming back to you as and when there are more updates on the story. This remains to be our top focus. Meanwhile,